Hello candidates and welcome back to the lesson. The subject is meetings. Today we are going to study sittings and adjournment of the House. The topic is meetings of county and National Assembly. So in Kenya, candidates, the concepts of sittings and adjournment in the Kenyan parliamentary system are fundamental to the legislative process because they ensure that businesses in these houses is conducted in an orderly, transparent, and constitutionally mandated manner. So let's begin by analyzing sittings, because these are two things, sittings and adjournments. Let's look at sittings first. Sittings. Now, these are sittings of the House, and a sitting, candidates, refers to a period during which the House is engaged in official business. So a sitting, I repeat, refers to the period. A sitting refers to the period, that period which the House is engaged in business. Period during which the House is engaged refers to the period during which the House is engaged in business. A sitting refers to a period which the House is engaged in official business. And what is the legal basis? What is the legal basis? Legal basis. What is the legal basis of a House sitting? What is the legal basis? Now, candidates, under Article 126 of the Constitution of Kenya, a sitting may be held at a place within Kenya, and it may commence at any time the House appoints. That is the legal basis, Article 126. Article 126 of the Constitution is the legal basis for House sittings. That's a legal basis. Then number two, we need to analyze or address the hours of meeting. Hours of meeting. Hours of meetings. Now, standard hours are usually defined in the standing orders. It could be morning hours or afternoon hours. That is defined in the standing orders. It could be mornings or afternoons on specified days like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. However, the House can resolve to extend these hours or meet at different times to transact urgent business. Understand? Yes. Then there is the order paper. 3 order paper. As we discussed in our previous sessions, the order paper represents the agenda. This is the official daily agenda. A sitting is governed by the items that are listed in the order paper. So business is generally disposed of the order it appears through the speaker, who has the discretion to change this sequence for the convenience of the House. So when the House meets on, say, Tuesday, there has to be, the House is required to conduct its official business based on what appears on the order paper on that specific day. Then now, of course, we have one important matter here, which is the essential elements. Essential elements. Now, these are essential elements of House meetings. Essential elements. Now, the first, and for a sitting to be valid, First of all, there has to be the mess. This we learned earlier. The mess is a symbol of authority. It's a traditional symbol of authority in the house. The mess. The symbol is the symbol of the house authority, and it must be present. And also the quorum. Mess and quorum. Quorum is the minimum number of members who must be present in the house before the house starts any business. Understand? Yes. That is the symbol of authority. There must also be a quorum, which is the minimum number of members required to be present for the any meeting to proceed. Understand? Yes. So that is sittings. Then let's move to adjournments. 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 Now, what is an adjournment? This is adjournment of the house. Now, an adjournment marks the end of a sitting. An adjournment marks the end of a sitting. It marks the end of a sitting. Because you cannot meet without an end. Whatever has a beginning, we always say it has an end. So an adjournment is the end of a sitting. It is a stage of a meeting. It is a stage of a meeting. It, first of all, marks the end of a meeting, a stage of a meeting, or a legislative session. It is not merely the closing of the doors. No, it is a procedural act such that we may have routine adjournments. Number one, routine adjournment. What is a routine adjournment? Now, a routine adjournment, this happens upon the conclusion of all business on the order paper. Because he said when the house meets, it must dispense its business based on the order paper, which is a daily agenda. So at the end of the, after the house dispenses with all the matters on the order paper, then that sitting is adjourned, and that's what we are referring to as routine adjournment. Understand? Yes. Upon the conclusion of all business on the order paper, or at the scheduled time of interruption, the speaker adjourns the house without need for a formal motion. Understand? Yes, without a question being put, the speaker can adjourn a sitting. That is the meaning of routine adjournment. Then there is adjournment for convenience. Number two, adjournment convenience. Adjournment for convenience. Now, the House can by motion resolve to adjourn to a day other than the next normal sitting day. And this motion is typically moved by the leader of the majority or the leader of the minority party. Because if the House is to meet on Monday and Tuesday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during a certain week, and the House maybe meets on Tuesday and Wednesday, the majority leader or the minority leader may move a motion so that the meeting that is to be held on Thursday is adjourned. And that has to be done by way of a motion. The House can, by motion, resolve to adjourn to a day other than the next normal sitting day. And that has to be done by the leader of majority or the minority party. That's adjournment for convenience. Then there is also adjournment on definite matter. Adjournment on definite matter. Adjournment on the definite matter of, say, urgent importance. Adjournment on definite matter of urgent importance. Now, a member may seek leave to move a motion for adjournment to discuss a specific pressing matter, and that requires prior written notification to the speaker. For this to happen, there has to be prior written notification. So a member can move such a motion, but first of all, that member has to write to the speaker beforehand. Then the speaker's satisfaction that and this before I move to the second point, this written notification has to be done at least 2 hours before the sitting. 2 hours before the sitting, a member can move a motion of adjournment on a definite matter of urgent importance. So there has to be communication to the speaker 2 hours before that sitting. Then the speaker has to be satisfied. Speaker's satisfaction. The speaker has to be satisfied that the matter is definite and urgent. Then number 3, that motion has to have support from a prescribed number of other members, often at least 20. Support from members. At least 20 members should support the adjournment on definite matter of urgent importance. So these are the 3 conditions. You understand? Yes, and that's adjournment. So we have number 1, sittings. Number 2, adjournments. Understand? But we can also talk of special sittings. Special sittings. Special sittings. Now, special sittings happen when the house, we may sometimes when the house is on recess, because there are times when the house goes on recess. So when the house is on recess, the speaker can appoint a day for a special sitting if requested by the leader of majority or minority, provided the business relates to urgent and exceptional matters. So when the house is on recess, the speaker can convene a meeting, which we are calling a special meeting, and this meeting may be initiated by, it may be requested by the leader of majority or the leader of minority, provided that the business relates to an urgent and also an exceptional matter. Understand, candidates? Yes. But there is also what we call adjournment. There is what we call, which you also need to know, adjournment sine die. Adjournment sine die. Adjournment sine die. Adjournment sine die. What is adjournment sine die? There is an adjournment which is referred to as sine die. This is an adjournment where no day is appointed for the next meeting. No day. This is an adjournment where no day is appointed. You understand? It's where no day is appointed for the next meeting. For the next. This is where no day is appointed for the next meeting, and this often happens at the end of a session or before a major recess. Before the house breaks for a recess, it may not be possible to tell. They may not. The house may need time, or the house may need to consult on the day that the house is to resume business. So it happens at the end of a session or before a major recess, and the resumption date is to be determined later through consultation. That is what we are referring to as adjournment, sine die. And that's the end of our today's lesson, carried us on sittings and adjournments. Sittings and adjournments. We said at the beginning that in the Kenyan parliamentary system, the concepts of sittings and adjournments are fundamental to the legislative process because they ensure that business is conducted in an orderly, transparent, and also in a constitutionally mandated manner. We've defined a sitting as a period during which the House is engaged in official business. And the legal basis is Article 126 of the Constitution. We talked of the hours of meeting, which refer to the standard hours that are usually defined in the standing orders. For example, you can have mornings or afternoons on specified days like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That is hours of meeting. Then when conducting official business, when the House meets, then there has to be a daily agenda, which is referred to as the order paper. Then in this lesson, we've studied the essential elements during a meeting. There has to be the mace, which is a traditional symbol of authority, and the quorum, which is the minimum number of members that must be present before the meeting can proceed or can start. That's sittings. Then we have adjournments. We've defined adjournments as the end of a sitting, a stage of a meeting, or a legislative session. And we've analyzed three types of adjournments. We have the routine adjournment, the adjournment for convenience, and adjournment in a definite matter of urgent importance. Then we also explained what special sittings are, and also adjournment sine die. That's the end of our lesson. Thank you for attending this lesson. We hope to meet in our next session where we continue to share knowledge under the topic Meetings of County and National Assembly. Bye.